students to make a difference in the world, because all of the travel that we do now is travel with a purpose. And I also think it's a good little community where students can take things that they learn in the textbook and then partner with Rotary and partner with Heifer International to actually make a real difference. And the other thing is, I think that students can see their goals, that their goals can be realized, and I think that's a big thing. So they can see that the little things that they're doing will really help someone else. And I think, like I said earlier, I said that students can realize that while people are different culturally and maybe they look different externally, that they're really the same, because they have the same kind of aspirations and dreams for their family, for quality of life, and that kind of stuff. We bought 2 donkeys when we were there. Well, the impact of a donkey, most of us wouldn't think much about it. You know, $80, big deal. But it's like buying them a brand new car, because it changes somebody from having to carry milk down the mountain on their own back versus carrying it on the donkey. And it's just huge for those 65, 70-year-old ladies that have to carry all that stuff. And they carry, you know, the mushrooms and all those kind of things, that they have a donkey to be able to do And now even you learned, you know, about the alpaca. And I think the cool thing I like is that we call it Alpaca Nation now, because we all kind of bonded around that term. And it's kind of funny that we did, because we had no idea that Heifer was going to get involved, and Heifer is going to help us to purchase probably 10 to 20 alpacas, which is $4,000 or $5,000 at least to get started. And that's a huge impact it's going to have on that community. I've gone, I've learned something new. But I think this time was the most incredible time, because of the group of students that went, and the way they bonded, what they learned about each other, and what their capabilities were. And I think that's what real education is all about. The big thing, how we've impacted them, is that we've shown them that someone cares about them. Someone is really interested about them. They know that Arkansas State University, where it is, what it is, and that we're good people. One of the biggest things we can do help them market their products. That's huge, and that's why, you know, we talked already about selling the chocolates even this summer, because that will bring money into their economy. And even us going there puts money into their economy, because it adds a lot. The several $100s that was spent in that community during that week has a multiplier effect, probably 2.5 times. And so that helps them. Just raising the level of income. You have to realize that the average level of income for people there is probably less than $500 a month, maybe $250 a month even. And so we have a huge economic impact. I think is understanding those people the way they are and seeing what they can become without changing who they are. And that's one thing we really have to be often the only thing we hear about Arkansas is that we're a bunch of hicks, or we have Walmart. And now they have Walmart in Salinas. I think that's funny that you know, the village is, the little square in the village is called Times Square too, and that people in the village started calling it that after we started doing that, and started calling Walmart, you know, the market there, La Tienda, whatever it is, started calling it Walmart. But I think the best thing is that we need our whole community to get behind this, because we can't do it by ourselves. And so if the whole Asia community gets behind it, Heifer International gets behind it, and Rotary International does, then we have a greater chance of being successful. Help us. We can't do it by ourselves. So we need you to help us help them.